Greetings folks, Ellsworth here on behalf of SpacePotatoes.com. I'm going to be taking a quick look at the Witcher adventure game. Now I think this game's pretty fun, but it's not without its flaws, and we'll get into that later. It's put out by CD Projekt, the folks that brought us the fantastic Witcher series, of which I am a huge fan, and it's based on the board game created by Fantasy Flight Games. Now I haven't played the board game, but from what I've read, this digital version remains pretty true to it. As to be expected, the game offers both single-player and multiplayer modes, allows up to 4 players, and you can play against the AI as well. You choose to play as one of 4 characters from the Witcher video game series. You can play as Geralt the Monster Slayer, Dandelion the Rogue Bard, Triss Merigold the Sorcerer, or Yarpen Ziggurin the Dwarven Warrior, all of whom have their own distinct skill set. You can also choose how many quests need to be completed in order to finish the game. Depending on how many you choose, games can take anywhere from half an hour to several hours. The aim of the game is to complete quests and earn what are called victory points. You do this by gathering resources while traveling around the board, fighting monsters, and drawing cards that present you with various opportunities and obstacles to overcome. At the beginning of the game, players choose from one of 2 quest cards. Each quest card is listed with a main quest, a side quest, and a support quest along with their respective requirements. Side quests are faster and easier to complete, and players complete support quests on other players' quest cards. They earn you and that player victory points. When a player completes his or her main quest, the game is finished. However, the winner is the player with the most victory points. Players take 2 actions per turn. They can travel, rest to heal wounds, draw investigate and development cards, or perform a character-specific action in their pursuit of resources needed to complete their quests. Each character also has its own unique deck of development cards which improve their equipment, skills, and enhance their combat dice rolls. For example, Triss's cards allow her to cast spells. Development cards also allow a player to heal wounds, avoid obstacles, and remove various penalties. Players engage in battle against enemies they encounter, not each other. The reward for success and penalty for failure in battle is displayed on the enemy's card. Each character uses a combination of common battle dice and its own unique set of hero dice which reflects their powers. For example, Geralt's hero dice are adorned with symbols of swords and shields, which make him effective in pitched battle. In combat, players roll their dice in an attempt to match their enemy's stats in order to defeat them. Development cards play a crucial role here. Among other things, they allow you to re-roll dice, change one roll for another, prevent adverse effects, and boost attacks and defense. If a character receives a wound as a result of battle, the player places the wound on an action of his choosing. This action cannot be performed until the wound is healed, and this is done by resting, traveling to an area on the board which grants healing, or as the result of effects resolved by various cards. Another obstacle in the game is what is known as Foul Fate. When a player encounters a Foul Fate token on the board, he draws a Foul Fate card and resolves its effects. These encounters include things like plague, poison, or being waylaid by bandits. Players may also be forced to place a Foul Fate token on an action of their choosing as the result of effects from monsters, investigation, and quest cards. Whenever a player uses an action with a Foul Fate token on it, they must draw a Foul Fate card and resolve its effects. Foul Fates are removed when the action is performed, but can also be removed by effects from various cards such as Fortune, Development, and Monster cards. But it's not all bad out there in the world of The Witcher. Players may also receive Good Fortune cards, which provide a variety of positive effects. Good Fortune cards are obtained by resolving consequences of quests and from various other cards. Game strategies vary depending on which character you play, however there's a lot of luck involved in this game. There's more of the Witcher adventure game than I've shown you here, but I think this short video gives you the gist of how the game works, so let's get on to the pros and cons. When you're playing against the AI, there's no option to automate its turn. You're stuck with watching the AI go through every step. And some have criticized the game for its quests and cities on the board lacking variety, and I think this may be a legitimate complaint. However, I don't think this is a game killer, and unless you plan on spending days on end with this game, I don't think you will either. There's a lot of luck involved, that's true, but depending on your taste, this could be a good or bad thing. There's no save for online play. There was an autosave feature added with the latest patch, but this is for offline play only. Now, you know, this isn't the first game, nor will it be the last, to lack a save feature. I know us Spuds have spent 8 or 9 hours playing some games that we weren't able to save. But, you know, at least this is turn-based, so you can get up and take a leak without worrying about being crushed while you're away. True to the Witcher series, the design and music in this game are excellent. It looks and sounds great. It's a bit difficult to understand at first, but it comes with helpful video tutorials that walk you through each part of the game, and a set of rules that are accessible while you're in-game. Once you get the hang of it, it's a pretty simple game, and I mean that in a good way. It's not a hardcore strategy game, a genre of which I am very fond, but I think that's part of its appeal. I find that there's just enough strategy involved in working each of the characters' distinct actions, skill sets, and development cards to keep me engaged. The Witcher adventure game is great for kicking back with a few beers and a few friends, and it's well worth the $10 price tag. You can check it out on Steam. Thanks for watching, folks. Be sure to check out spacepotatoes.com for more video game fun. Game on.